Hello students, let us try to understand what Robert Frost is trying to convey through his poem The Road Not Taken. In this poem, road symbolizes choices in the journey of life. Now let us start the poem with its explanation. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. As I is used in the second line, it's very clear that the poem is written in the first person. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood means the poet saw two roads which were branched off in a yellow wood. Yellow wood means forest full of yellow leaves. So it's very clear that it is autumn. And sorry, I could not travel both. Here in the second line, we see that the poet wanted to travel both the roads. But as he is not able to travel both the roads, he is feeling sorry. And be one traveler long I stood. He was all alone. And long I stood means he was standing there for a long time. It also creates a sense of silence and a tone of melancholy. And looked down one as far as I could. One refers to road, and looked down one as far as I could. So here the poet started looking at the road as far as the road was visible, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Again the word it stands for the road. He started looking at the road as far as the road was visible. And in the fifth line, bent in the undergrowth means he started looking at the road carefully till it went into the bushes. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim. Then here he is talking about other road. As the word other is used here means we are talking about other road. As just as fair means both the roads were equally attractive and having perhaps the better claim. And here when he saw the second road, he preferred it because it was grassy and wanted wear. Because this road, the second road, was covered with grass and wanted wear, means fewer travelers seemed to have travelled through this road. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. Here he says that the travellers travelled through these roads, but both the roads seem similar. It expresses the confusion that goes on in his mind to make the final choice. And both that morning equally lay. Again the word both refers to roads. Morning word is used here, and it analyzed that the poet starts from the very beginning. In leaves no step had trodden black. When he started looking at the roads, they were covered with leaves, but not darkened. Oh, I kept the first for another day. This line starts with oh and ends with an exclamation, which clearly expresses his strong desire to follow the other road. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. He was knowing that one road leads to another, so he doubted that he should ever come back. It's very clear that when we start traveling, we have to make a choice. Again, when we start traveling, we may find the road branched off. Again, we have to make a choices. Like this, it is very difficult for one to come to the same place. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Sigh means long audible breath which shows disappointment or satisfaction. It's not very clear in this poem that what he want to mean, what he want to say using the word of sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and he says that after a long time, he will share his experience with the coming generation. And I took one less traveled by. So here he has used I. Second last line he used, I took the one less traveled by. Here he was hesitant of the future, that what is going to happen. I took the one less traveled by means he started traveling the road which was traveled by fewer. Maybe the road was adventurous. Maybe the poet was independent. He was not ready to follow the crowd, and he wanted to make his own path all alone. And that has made all the difference. So here we can see that the poet says, as he took the decision, that has made a difference in his life. When we read about Robert Frost, it is given that he was born in San Francisco, USA. He attempted to write poetry, but American editors rejected his submitted poems. Then he moved his family to England, and the following year a London publisher brought out his first book. After publishing a second book, he returned to America, determined to win a reputation in his own country. He became one of the country's best loved poets. We can say that this poem reflects the life of Robert Frost, where he made the correct decision to move to England and come back to America. It was risky, but he made this choice, and that has brought a difference in his life. So, dear students, you may also face challenges or come across many choices, but try to take the correct decision at the right moment. Don't follow the crowd, but work hard and make your own identity in this beautiful world.